How you doing, good people? This is the 8-Bit Animal. And, Jaleco. Me and Jaleco have a complicated relationship. Jaleco has a fantastic NES port of City Connection, right? Jaleco published one of the better platformers on the console with Wampa. They published Shatterhand. For better or for worse, they published Astyanax, the NES port of Astyanax, which is very weird compared to the arcade version of the game. They also did a whole bunch of sports games. And those sports games were a bit of a mixed bag. Today's game in particular is the best of times and the worst of times in cartridge form. Because while it has some shining moments with graphics and with sound, actual application of those things kind of janky. And I totally blame the developer and not the publisher, because Tosei developed this. And I'm gonna stay on Tosei neck the same way I stay on Mindscape's neck, and the same way I stay on LJN's neck. Today, we're gonna take a quick look at Racket Attack. Now, Racket Attack is notable because it had a endorsement built into the game from Wilson Sporting Goods. Because once upon a time, Wilson was a leading brand when it came to making tennis equipment. And so you see the Wilson logo. I mean, you see it right there on the box art. And Tosei did their best with this game as far as graphics, because the screen when you serve has this cool TV style presentation with the serve, and then it switches to the regular screen, which they didn't need that other screen because the change is too choppy. Change is way too choppy. That digitized voice, it's clear as a bell. Problem with it is there's like a momentary pause. The game pauses for a second before that voice is played out. And I think the bases loaded games do the same thing. Kind of jarring, actually. The control isn't the best, but yeah, the sprite work in this game is pretty solid. They're nice size sprites. You can differentiate between male and female characters in the game. You can play as male or female tennis players. There is a pretty decent like tournament mode in here. As far as shortening the game and all that, there's not a whole lot of customization for the game, and sadly enough, that's a bit frustrating because this game gets kind of dull after a while. Pacing is but most of the tennis games on the NES were kind of, they were mediocre. I mean, at least this one's an improvement over the tennis that was released, the black box tennis that was released as a launch title. At least this one's better than that. Not by much, but it's better. Now, if you decide you want to get a copy of Racket Attack, it's like $5 for a loose cart. You can get a complete copy for like $15. But do you really need a complete copy of Racket Attack? Only people I can see that would want a complete copy of Racket Attack are people that are looking for complete sets of complete games, or people who have like a weird obsession with collecting all of Jaleco's releases. I mean, I'm still trying to. I'm like one game away from getting the first 10 Capcom releases, and I still need that copy of Gunsmoke. But hey, if you like a thing, you're gonna get that thing. Who am I to judge? I mean, there are better sports games you can spend your money on. I'd probably get like Baseball Simulator 1000. It's fun. They got, you know, pitches that turn into multi-balls and stuff. It's pretty cool. But this has been the 8-Bit Animal, and I'll catch you beautiful people tomorrow. Tomorrow, behold, one of the greatest educational video games ever made. No, it's not Oregon Trail.